get good. This is Endless Space 2 Awakening, and we are playing as the Fireborn Galaxy Guardians, the Unfallen. I'm not entirely sure why Zelovus is angry with us right now. You stand in the Empire's way, prepare to be conquered. The last episode, he was very complimentary, now he wants to conquer us, doesn't really matter, we're just gonna make him be peaceful, so whatever, dude. Whatever. You can talk all that smack, it's not gonna matter, Zelovus, we both know that. You're just trying to look tough in front of your constituents, I get it, we'll let it slide. The Besrixos on Deneb have been assimilated. Very nice. That is incredibly nice, because now we get bountiful byproducts, which turns plus 10% of our food per production on system. Wait. I was confused about the way that worked. I thought that turned food into production, but it turns production into food, which is okay, because we already generate copious amounts of food anyway, and we're going to turn the food back into production. It'll be fine, guys. It'll be fine. Super biofuels away. Okay, so we do have Dirty Hands Act rolling now, thanks to our Vault Keeper role in the Academy, and what do we have going on here? We're still waiting to have the influence to force peace here. 375, that is getting more expensive. We are finding the need to generate more influence to become sort of a priority right now. So we've got some Vine ships in queue here. They're definitely going to stay in queue. However, it may be worthwhile to consider pumping out something that gives us influence. Potentially Denark University here as a starter option. The other thing, of course, is we can wrap this in our vines to get plus 50 influence per turn. That seems like a great idea. And I believe we're already en route to do that right now. So, this is the point where we get into priorities, right? So we have this quick scan right here, and he came over to Perseus to get Deneb under our sway, which is great. But I think we want to send the quick scan back down here to Gistrid to start scanning down our Guardians as we colonize these new systems. It's going to take him 3 turns to get there. That actually works out kind of perfect for us. This guy is already here on IC. That doesn't really matter. We just kind of have him hanging out so that they can land here first and take out the pirates. Influence, we've got to generate more. It's like as simple as that, guys. We have to generate more if we're going to keep people at peace with us. So my main concern right now is how we most quickly generate additional influence. Spin Project is a great option. On non-cold planets, it's honestly the best exploitation we can make anyway. I'm going to put Exoscience there, though, so that we get a little boost from the cold planet. And then here on Gistrid, we should have a couple more planets we're colonizing. They're both cold, though. Well, yeah, no, they're not. No, they're not. I stand corrected. Gistrid 1 and Gistrid 2 are both toxic, which means that we can make those into Spin Project planets too without much loss there. I think we may actually pay to go ahead and put down Xeno here. And the main reason for that is to speed everything else up. Like, I'm honestly tempted to pay for interplanetary transport as well. But we'll hold off on that. One thing we do want to keep in mind is that we are working on Behemoth technology right now, and the main thing I think we're going to take advantage of is this right here. But looking at our need for additional influence, it almost seems like we would benefit from having the basic node analyzer as well. Yeah, that seems like another thing that'd be strong for us to pick up. So I think what we'll do is that. This will give us colonized desert. Desert was important because Nakos has 2 deserts, right? Was it Nakos? No, it was not. Was it Gistrid? It was not. Okay, where are the deserts at, y'all? Was it Deneb? Okay, it's Deneb. Deneb's population is very full, so we do want the desert colonization tech after all. Okay, we'll leave it where it is, but we're probably going to want that second analyzer module there. In response to that, we're definitely going to want to build a Science Behemoth here. I think we'll start it in production, even though we may have to upgrade it later, or is it better to just wait? Is it better to just wait here? That's the real question. Maybe for right now, we just build it as a basic Econ Behemoth. I mean, Econ Behemoths and Science Behemoths are relatively the same thing. They really are. I'm not even sure that there's actually a difference between the hulls, because you can equip the same modules on them. But I wonder... Hold on a second. Let's take a look at something real quick, because I'm curious about this. I believe unlocks additional support slots for Behemoths. Not for Econ Behemoths, for Behemoths entirely. So That's fine. What we're going to end up doing here then is we'll go with the Science Behemoth. We'll empty these out for the moment, and we'll just go ahead and put in these. And that's going to make it so that we can put one out on our home system here if we want. It'll generate some more Fidsy, which is great. It might just be Fids, though, actually, now that I think about it. Oh, we'll get it out really quick, too. And then as we get those new modules, we'll upgrade it and we'll send it to IC04593 here, where we will begin to gather antimatter and adamantium, as well as additional influence should we need it. That seems like the best way to go there. We did end up pushing Vine Ships back just slightly. We could go with Denark University here as well. This is a 5-planet system, so we are going to have a massive population there, but we already have 23 here, and it's not getting any smaller. So we may be better off building Denark here anyway. It is 12 turns out, though. That's tough. Well, we are generating more influence, though, since we switched our laws, so maybe we just ride this out and see where we end up.
Now you begin to understand.
You know what? We can do this to generate a little bit more pressure. I think that's fine.
Maybe that will help you.
All outposts near good system will be decolonized. Oh, okay. You will not be able to colonize system next to good systems. Reduce pressure from Dimitri on good. Well, that reduced their pressure on us. I didn't mean for them to get rid of that colony. I was fine with them having Pleone, but, you know, it is what it is. Oh, come on, mouse. Why you do this? There we go. Okay. So, alright, we unintentionally got rid of Pleone. That was really not what I was going for. Let's take this fleet right here and send them... Maybe they're fine on Deneb. No, I mean, really, we want them to merge with our combat fleet over here. They might not have the engine power to keep up, but we'll send them over there anyway. Yeah, that's fine. And then this little scanner guy, he'll get there in 3 turns, so we can go ahead and send him out now. That's absolutely fine, because our fleet will have landed. Cool, ending our turn. Sorry guys, I'm recombobulating here a little bit. We do want to make sure that we have enough influence to continuously force peace with all of our neighbors. We're not trying to waste time building combat ships. That will derail our economic plan. So as long as we can force peace with everyone, we can avoid that. Hostile trace detected. Show me the location. They got a trace on Nihal. That's actually really annoying for us. Probably better to just cancel this. We need... Yeah.
Feel free also to suffer Tornazi's wrath.
Well then, that was a very kind diplomat.
Proposal made with a blade at your throat.
Yo, you need to calm down, bruh. You gotta slow your roll a little bit. We're not giving you 400 dust. Nice try, though. I mean, I would have gone for it too if I was holding a really big katana, but I'm not. I'm just a tree, so chill. We got this. Basrixo population has grown. Latest political survey shows that we are looking like we're going to be pacifist, scientist, religious. That would be unfortunate. I really don't want religious as our party. There's not a lot in the religious sort of laws that are going to help us that much. Okay. Here, what are these prowlers using? They have energy defenses and they're running mixed weapon profiles. That's actually not a good deal for us. That's kind of bad. So what we want to do here, if they're energy defenses, is we want to go for shield penetration. This will also keep us at the right range. I'm not actually very happy with this arrangement. They are fairly strong units, but here we go. Come on, guys, you can do it. Oof, we lost a ship. They lost a ship. They almost lost their second ship, though, so I mean, it's not that bad. We're still in a pretty good place as far as combating them goes. You're fine to just hang out here for right now. You're generating an additional 30 fids. It should be 30. I don't know why it's only showing 10. Because somehow I didn't actually save the... Oh, did I put it in queue before I did the... I don't know what we did. I made a mistake, guys. That's what happened. Fine. Now it's 30. There we go. Alright, that's worth it. We didn't spend that much dust to do that conversion anyway. Questioner is up here finding us a nice asteroid field. Now, I wonder what asteroid fields generate from the strategics here. More antimatter and adamantium. Okay, so that's not a bad thing for us to have either. We can't go over here till we see it, so we're gonna fire off a... Hello there, Nearest. Nice to meet you. You guys seem cool. What is yours? Green streak. +5 happiness per fertile on systems. I can live with that. Let's go ahead and send them a little Fran ship thing. We are spending a little bit of influence there. which is not necessarily something we wanted to do, but it is what it is. Hey, and we have got our scavenged ram scoops. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have movement speed now, guys. Actual movement speed. It's crazy, isn't it? So we're going to drop all of our vine chips out of queue now, because we're putting scavenged ram scoops on all of them. Okay. As reports of new systems and their contents come in, other reports arrive as well. It seems that heroes are departing the Academy on individual missions, not at Isyander's request. This independence is unusual, though it is not a full rebellion, at least not yet. Okay. Choose an objective. Colonize or create an outpost on 2 unique planets in less than 15 turns. That is our only option. So I'm going to minimize this for a minute, because we do kind of need to see if we can find any other... I don't think that it's even going to be possible for us to colonize another unique planet at the current rate. Like, we would basically have to take Altair, which is not going to happen. I mean, there's just no way that we get Altair. So we're not going to get this second half of the quest, which is unfortunate, because that would have been another Seeker hero, which would be nice. We have 15 turns to do that, which is basically not possible. If there are riches to be had, it is best to keep them out of the hands of powerful splinter factions of the Academy. It seems that after centuries of study, Isyander is finally coming close to unlocking key mysteries in the history of the Lost. This close to his goal, he has become distracted and vague. He has time for little else than his lifelong obsession. Submitting to his obsession, however, has left his organization adrift and unguided. The result is that some heroes no longer feel the need to obey his orders, while others simply forget to ask his permission. As the mystery of the turmoil is resolved, that of the unclaimed places becomes clearer as well. You have learned that some of the hero fraternities view the unique planets as anybody's treasure. First come, first served. Beneath the serenity of the Great Void, a race is heating up to discover and exploit the enormous riches and power that these planets represent. Some view them as resources to be strip-mined, others view them as historical sites to be studied. Which one are you? We will do both. We will do both. Haha. Okay, so we're going to send this fleet over to the new minor faction and to start exploring over there, where it looks like the Hisho are based out of. And then over here, we did lose a couple of ships, but we can probably finish this fight. I would assume we can finish this fight without too many more losses. I don't think our shuttles are going to get here anytime soon, so we may as well just go for it. Oh yeah, we got this. We got this. Let's go with... not shield absorption, hull plating. Hull plating, I think, makes more sense. They have more projectile damage, and we're just trying to keep ships alive while we kill them here. Yeah, decisive victory there. Didn't lose any more ships. That was perfect. Let's go ahead and scan down this system real quick. Why, hello there, system. What is this? That was a population, I believe. Oh, we got a Pulsos population. Nice. And our hero has leveled up. Luna Barxis, what do you got? Okay, so for a fleet commander here, our options are... Yeah, obviously that, for movement. That's probably where we're going. Yeah, we're going movement. All movement all the time, please. We could have gone damage on fleet as well. I don't feel like damage is going to be as important right here, though. Let's go ahead and fire a probe up that way, and then we'll take this fleet on down here. With this little guy right here, I think we might just free move him out here. He could get caught up in Bellatrix here, but we'll see if the Hisho really want to do that. They may. I mean, they are aggressive, and we did refuse to give them dust, so they have a reason to kind of be rude. Alright. I mean, if you consider that a reason to be rude, they definitely have a reason to be rude. Let's see if we can kind of ladder some hacks into Nihal. I would like to be able to bounce from Denev to Perseus to Nihal, but that's just going to mean we have a very good chance of getting detected on either Perseus or Nihal. We could go Gistrid, Pleone, Perseus, and that would speed up hacks on Nihal. That might be the best route. It's probably going to take a long time, though. Let's see. 6 turns. That's not so bad. We're going to bounce that hack there so that, in theory, we should be able to land there and get a back door without them being able to trace us back. It'll take them 3 turns to trace us back. If we're not mistaken, this system should take 4 turns to hack, I think. So unless they notice us the first turn we're there, it should succeed. Why, hello there. Let's see. We do not want religious, but there's nothing we can do to stop it, really. We can give official support to a certain party, but we also don't want any other parties to go main except for pacifists. So we're going to keep supporting the pacifists here and see how the chips fall, basically. Okay. We can live with that. Religious is a problem. We're not going to use species stability for obvious reasons. I think we did lose some laws there, but we are going to gain a lot more influence since we lost those laws, and we can use that influence to force peace, which is going to be very beneficial in and of itself. We are looking for our very first governor here, potentially, especially since we don't have a seeker as an option. So let's take a look at the different governors and the options that they bring with them. His highest level skill is Red Zone Overkill. That is a fleet command skill, so probably not the best one to be our governor. Pi here, on the other hand, yeah, we like Pi. Pi is awesome. So let's go ahead and take Pi. And we will make Pi the governor of Sylphie here. There you go, Pi buddy, you do your thing. He does have a skill point to spend, so we're going to go ahead and spend that, and we'll probably start with more industry, because you can never have too much industry. And population-wise, we always seem to have too much population. New event Slingshot. Your fleet enters the system Libra and has barely slowed from super light speed when a belt of rocks circling one of the planets starts to peel off and head towards you on a carefully calibrated collision course. With your current inertia and momentum, unfortunately, a course change is impossible. So that is on Libra. Oh, and we have a new faction quest, it would appear. I want to go look at Libra real quick.
To anger us.
Yeah, we get it. You're angry. Okay. So where is Libra exactly? Libra is right here, so the fleet landing is this one, and we can definitely take the minus 20% health on that, because it's not meant to fight anyway. Okay, so let's go through these in time. Yes, we angered you, we don't care. Yes, we got a new hero. And faction quest time, I believe. This is unprecedented. Yeah, it is, okay. This is unprecedented, and no anthropologist has been able to offer a credible explanation. There is a massing of unfallen seconds in the Sylphie system. They are beginning to intertwine and take root together, not just in the same place, but in the same form, merging into one giant arboreal mass. It appears to be a cultural movement, because the seconds that haven't joined them are building a new community around this thing. Great. What now? Ooh, we're making a giant treant! Okay, so Guardian Guides is turn 1 Unfallen into Guardian Guides on Sylphie, and that will give us plus 300 damage done to attackers during ground battles, plus 10 happiness. That's actually really nice. Industrialists reach 394 in Sylphie. We'll have that very, very soon. That would give us regenerative bark, which is alright, it's an armor tech. Let's look at the pacifist one, though. Guardian Arcology, plus 100 manpower capacity on system, plus 100 capacity per Guardian on the system. So if we get Sim Camp, that'll be really, really useful. But otherwise, search the anomaly when you're ready to use all these things. Otherwise, it seems like Ecologist is the way to go. That'll make it so all of our Guardian Guides, as they're called, will present plus 10 happiness, which is very, very useful for us, especially if we're going to be pacifically converting people in the future. So we'll go with that one. And I'm not sure how we turn one population into a Guardian Guide. I guess we'll have to figure that out. Oh, I guess that's what it does. It just does that. These unusually powerful Guardians could be regarded as the sheepdogs that watch over the Guardian population. I wonder if doing this gives us the option to generate more of these, though. That would be incredibly interesting. Very, very interesting. We're gonna go with Ecologist here because I want to see if we get the option to make more super pops like that. If they're becoming thirds, this is going to take a lot of energy and resources. Let's coordinate with the Unfallen and set up irrigation systems and solar lamps to help with whatever this is. Nice. So we're gonna turn the surrounding area into a greenhouse to help them grow into a giant Guardian. I love that. I love that a lot. That's great. Unfallen population gained, Harisham population gained as well. Nakos is completely done producing anything right now. Oh, and we're about to finish a vine ship too here. I forgot to update the design. That's okay, because what we're going to do now... Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. We're going to switch our vine ships over to Nakos, I think, because Nakos might be at the point where they really don't have a whole lot they can build that's beneficial. They can build that, but that'll be done in a turn, right? So, not a big deal. What we can do, though, is we can go in and update our vine ship design. Let's make this into a design that has scavenge ram scoops, because that's way, way better. And then we'll go to Nakos and we'll just put a whole bunch of vine ships in queue. They have nothing else to do. It's a perfect time for them to do vine ships, and that means that we can redirect some of Sylphie's resources into doing other things. We will have to upgrade that vine ship when it comes out now, but that's not a big deal. And then over here on Gistrid, where are we at? We are not PopCap, so we don't technically need to colonize a new system yet. We are building an exoscience station on Gistrid 4, but we can build a spin project here, and that's fine. What else can we potentially be producing here? We'd like to produce both of those as well as this. Do we have anything for Miners Union to take advantage of? We do, but we don't have the ability to get it yet, so we'll wait on that. Big Data Shipyards could be useful here. I mean, Big Data Shipyards is something I tend to build everywhere, which is not necessarily efficient. It really isn't, but I do it just because I like to be able to produce ships anywhere when I need to, so that'll be fine for right now. We come over here to Deneb. They have finished all their production as well, so we're going to do Big Data Shipyards here. And then honestly, we could start pumping out Vine ships here as well if we really wanted to. We could do that. Why don't we? Let's just do it. We're just going to pump out Vine ships everywhere, guys. Pro strategy, all the Vine ships. Advanced Node Analyzer is complete now. Climate Engineering as well. We're going to go ahead and switch up the design on our Behemoth here now. So let's go ahead and... Climate Engineering there is not what we want. There it is. Advanced Node Analyzer 2 is what we want. But is it really at this moment? At this moment, would we not be better off going with something else? I also feel like until we entwine this, it doesn't make a ton of sense to send that over there anyway because we can't upgrade it. Like, let's do this. Let's leave this here for now. Once we entwine this, we can send this fleet over using a couple of engine upgrades, so it'll get here really fast, and then we can upgrade it back to being something that will exploit that resource. So let's do that. Nihal looks to be vined already, which is great. Now the question is, do we come vine Altair next so that we can... Yeah, we absolutely do. We absolutely do. Let's upgrade these vine ships though so they move a little bit faster. The question now really... Like, I keep saying the question is, but that's because we keep coming up with new questions, right? So we could now wait for some more vine ships to come out and merge them with that fleet, but that would be kind of silly because we're just wasting turns. Forget it. We're going to send these guys up here. They're going to do their job. They're going to go up to Altair, and they are going to entwine Altair. Nihal's been entwined. Lovely. We did lose factory improvement and system anomaly fertility effects. Sad, sad times. So let's go ahead and look at what laws we have available to us now. We're mainly looking for tier 1 laws. We can use higher tier laws, but if we do, it's just going to be disadvantageous to us because it's going to cost us a bunch of influence, and we're kind of trying to save on influence. Ooh, Mine's Bigger Decree, though, is very nice here. Cost is 28. The total is 180 per turn, though. That's not sustainable in any way. That's not particularly sustainable either. Yeah, I mean, all of these things we could turn on, but they're not particularly sustainable, so I don't see any point in doing so. Perhaps instead... Even the free laws are kind of like, eh... I mean, the plus 20 science for minus 20 dust is potentially useful here, but not really. Yeah. Well, that actually could work. Cram Exam Act could work. Let's see what our approval is like. Our approval's phenomenal right now. So let's go ahead and do Cram Exam Act here. Oh, we're still devoted. We're still at least happy everywhere. Kind of fine with that. That'll up our science a little bit. Help us burn through some of this tech that we want to get a little faster. Okay, everybody's moving. Got our scanner ship back down here on Gistrid. They can now start scanning down those Guardians that we wanted. So let's get the one that's here first. Boom! Extra population. Gotta love it. Guardian on Gistrid 2. I am very happy with that. So we could scan Gistrid 1, but there is a chance that it will despawn if we wait too long to get that planet, so I don't want to do that. And I know that that behavior is inconsistent. We were talking about it in the comments. There's not really a good indicator what causes that behavior, so it could be that there are actually factors at play that we don't see. It could also just be a bug that hasn't been squashed yet, nobody knows. So I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna be safe there. Okay, all these things look fine. Actually, one thing we can do here is if we're pop capped, we're not. We're getting there, but we're not quite pop capped yet. And if we do get pop-capped, we should probably start sending some Basrixo to other systems so that we can sort of start expanding them in our empire. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's take one of these Basrixo and let's seed them onto another system. Nakos has some open slots, so we'll send one over there. Go, little Basrixo, go! You're going to Nakos. Just one. Just one of you. Go on. Have a good time. Let's see if there are Harashem pops somewhere else that we can potentially seed on our home system here. There are. So we're going to go ahead and tell this to send them back to Sylphi. Here, have a Harashem. Okay, so we're just going to move some population around here a little bit. Try to spread the different types of population in our empire around. And then Deneb should have a ton of Basrixos on it. Yeah, Deneb is basically pure Basrixos. So we're going to go ahead and set Gistrid as the system to intercept that population, and we'll send a Basrixos their way as well. Lovely. 20% of the galaxy has been explored. Alright. You're just basically waiting to scan stuff, which isn't good. We don't want to waste your time sitting there. How long would it take us to colonize the last planet here? That's the real question here. If we put it here, 3 turns, I think that's close enough. We're going to have him scan this Guardian. We'll take the risk. Guardian is scanned. Let's go ahead and take that fleet and send it over somewhere else. Ooh, look at that. Additional science. That's a neutron star. Wonder what we can get with that using those special modules. Neutron star will net us Quadranix and Orichalix. Very nice. Very nice. So there's some very cool prospects in the future for us there. Mainly we just need more Vine ships now. We just need more Vine ships so that we can spread faster throughout the universe. Slingshot Part 2. Your fleet enters an unknown system and is barely slowed from the... Okay, we already read that part. Give me the next piece. Focusing on scientific investigation, you study the system and its effects to gain an industry bonus. But doing so puts you in harm's way. Your fleet is damaged, but survives the secret of the sophisticated magnetics and guidance systems will prove worthwhile in your own industries. Plus 15 industry on colonies on Empire. That's lovely. That's lovely. That's just free industry right there. There's no penalty to that whatsoever. Aw, sad times. The Hisho have assimilated this miner up here that we were kind of trying to court a little bit. That's okay, we'll still scan down their anomalies. I mean, eventually, the Hisho are going to be our friends as well, so... Everybody's going to be our friends, whether they want to or not. In fact, can we force peace yet? No, but we're close. Next turn, we'll be able to force peace with the Hisho, which means they will no longer be able to threaten... Well, I mean, they can still threaten us, but their threats aren't going to mean a whole lot. Vine ship's being produced on... Or, actually, Vine ship just finished on Sylphy, which is the one that we need to upgrade. Oops, here we go. Hello, little Vine ship. Let us upgrade you just a bit, and we'll send you on up here. And we'll just take him all the way over here. No reason not to send him all the way over there, and this is that population that we found right here. The Pulsos, that's right. So when the Pulsos lands, we'll be able to put the Pulsos down on Nakos, and then hopefully Nakos can grow another Pulsos and we can start sending them to other planets as well. The governors and stuff that are able to generate additional things from minor populations or different populations are going to be awesome for us. We really want to grab those too if we can off the market. Speaking of which, we should probably go for impactless sites here so we can start buying governors off of the market. And also this so that we get a few more support slots for our behemoths. Lovely. Okay. 6 turns before this is going to be able to generate a new pirate fleet. Means that we could potentially come over here and invade them just to make sure that doesn't happen. But I don't know that that's actually as effective as just continuing our explorations here. Let's do this. Let's send a probe down that way and then come up here to sort of start setting up for an invasion. We do have these guys coming over to help as well, these shuttles. They'll be there in 3 turns. So that should prevent them from getting another fleet out that is able to harass us or cause problems. Lifting the lamp. Capture, assimilate, or attract a new minor population type into your empire. I think we already did that, but we just got completion for it because the Pulsos came back, so that's 80 influence right there. Lovely. The stories of other species fascinate us. They have their own tree of life and history as we have ours. They speak often of the endless, but they do not see what lies behind the tales of the endless and dust. Long before the endless, other powerful entities existed, creatures of dust and light who have since disappeared. Okay, so yeah, definitely starting to feel like the heart of their planet has to be lost. We did get Center of Light and Life here, which is plus 10 science per population type. Nice little science boost for us right now, because we've already got like 4 different population types on most of our systems. Well, not most, but a majority of. Technology, civilizations, history. We are unused to seeing and learning so much, to absorbing this quantity of information, or data as some now call it. Events, discoveries, and artifacts fall upon us like torrential rain. It is all we can do not to be swept away. The heart beats more strongly now as though driven by our concern. New knowledge is absorbed as quickly as it can be, and when it is too great or too complex, it drains like water into our subconscious and is captured there by the heart, biding its time to resurface and be integrated and understood at a pace more natural to the rhythms of the Unfallen. Maintaining our reason and equilibrium becomes more and more difficult, but the Unfallen are nothing if not hardy and resolute. Still, the new knowledge brings a challenge we had not considered, one that digs at the corners of our society. Do we grow, change, and evolve, or do we fall back upon the ways we know and ride out the turmoil? Is the chaos of the galaxy simply a new analogy for fire? And if so, is it the fire that renews, or the fire that destroys? It would be good if we could discover these answers before this fire becomes too powerful for our control. It does not escape us that the analogies we use are flood and fire, agents of cataclysm. Oh, I love this background so much. So, like, this is a faction. I love the evolution of the factions as you go through the game. Like, every faction has this sort of evolution arc in their story, right? But the Unfallen arc is one of the coolest ones because it's literally a transformation from the state of nature to, like, the state of technology to the state of advancement. It's sort of that time marches on thing. Like, we can try to root ourselves in the past, but if we do, then the galaxy will probably just steamroll over us. So instead, we're gonna look at our options here. So for Revolution, we want to produce more science, and the reward is a ton of influence. That's nice. For Tradition, we want to maintain 70 happiness or more in our empire for 8 turns, and we get 100 Hyperium. That's also nice. So either one of these is things that we can handle. Let's see what the little subtext says here. Curiosity burns, but it is a renewing fire. Study and investigate the new ways, for if we do not, the next fire that burns the galaxy will not be the one that renews. See, that's my point. I'm happily in that camp right now. And then Tradition says, knowledge must be the fire that renews, and the answers must be found within our people. If we flourish and remain strong, we will have the time and strength even for the most difficult of the new knowledge. So, there's something to be said for both sides of this argument, depending on how much you know about the lore of the Endless. The Endless, as a species, as a faction, their story is the story of constantly losing a connection with who you were and where you came from, and as they lost that connection, they moved further and further away until they eventually virtualized themselves. And that was sort of the start of the main war between the Concretes and the Virtuals that ended their entire species. So, by losing ties to their history and their origin, they basically destroyed themselves. So there's a concern for that if you're trying to expand your culture and move away from the past. But at the same time, they had to do that because if they hadn't, they would have been destroyed by other natural phenomenon in the meantime. So it's tough because you want to strike a balance, and with this story in particular, you're getting both sides in pretty equal measure, and it's just a matter of where you want to go, right? So I think we're gonna go... Wow, this is actually a tough one. This is actually a really tough one. Science and Empire for us right now. Let's take a look at what it would mean to accomplish those. We found a unique planet. We will not be able to colonize it in time, though, and I know that, and that makes me sad, because we might have almost been able to get that completion. Let's look at how much science we're generating. We're almost generating the required science already. We already have the happiness, so I don't know which way we want to go here. I mean, Hyperium is probably more valuable than influence at this moment. Yeah, we'll go here. Well, that takes 8 turns. This won't. This will finish really soon. That's tough. That's really tough. If we do this, we advance faster, which is... So that's the irony, right? If we do this, we become more resource rich and we sort of embolden our position. And if we do this, we advance faster. It actually kind of fits thematically, which is really nice. I'm going to go with Revolution here, because I think we can get there. I think we can get there relatively quickly. I'm not super concerned that we won't be able to generate enough science to meet that for 8 turns. I think we'll be there well within those 8 turns. More production here on Pi seems lovely. Close that out. Basrixo population has been gained on Sylphi, and Gistrid is making Unfallen. Lovely. We need to send some Unfallen up to Deneb while we're at it. Okay, Behemoth Analyzers is done. That means additional science on Behemoths, as well as Stellar Node Study. We do not yet have that system entwined, which was what we were kind of waiting for, but now we have a reason to potentially increase the rate at which we want to convert this system. It's going to take 8 turns with just this one guy here. That's no fun. But it is what it is. We'll get some more fleets over there to help him out very, very soon. I am heavily debating whether or not we want to just go ahead and fit this thing up and send it over there. We could stop it at Indusa and fit it up with the last few modules. I think that's what we'll do here. I think getting that science boost right there will actually be, although we are generating 30 science right here, the difference, though, would be significant, right? Because if we send this over to that special node, we're going to start to generate 150 science, whereas right now we're generating an additional 30. Yeah, that is a massive, massive increase. Oh, yeah, okay. So what we're going to do is that we really can't... There's no reason not to do that at this point. We have plenty of dust, so retrofitting expense-wise doesn't bother us. 27 dust to do this is nothing. Let's send him over to Indusa. Go, buddy, go. Okay, so he's going to land here. We're going to go in and upgrade him again, this time to 3 of these. Actually, let's do 2 of these, and then... No, for right now, it's more important to complete that quest. We'll do 3. We've got 7 movement left. Will it be enough to get here in 1 turn? It will. That'll actually probably put us over the science cap required to complete that quest in 1 turn, which is phenomenal. That's exactly what we wanted to happen. I couldn't ask for this to go any better in that way. Lovely. Just lovely. I do want to take a look at our population again real quick, because like I was saying, we do want to send some Unfallen over to Deneb. So we're going to change this from Nakos to Deneb and say, hey, can you ship an Unfallen guy? Whoa, not 6, not 6. Let's just, let's send over, well, at least one, but probably 2. Did we get that Harashem? We did get the Harashem. So let's send over, like, let's send 3. Let's send 3 up to Deneb. That'll help Deneb grow as a system as well. I just zoomed way past it trying to get over to Deneb. And we will want to colonize a new planet here now, especially since we just got our desert tech. So we'll go ahead and do that one right there. Ooh, Center of Light and Life. We could also have built that, and that would have given us a bunch of extra science too. But now we don't have to. Like, this will generate enough science that it won't matter. That's just nutso. Okay. We're gonna end our turn here, and that'll probably be it for this episode. Ooh, we are a little over time, too. Sorry, guys. I'm just really... I'm, like, really enjoying this playthrough. I'm really enjoying the story of the Unfallen. It makes me, like, not want to quit when my little timer thing goes off and says, hey, you're supposed to stop now. Just so you know, that's a thing. You should quit. And I'm like, but it's so fun. I don't want to stop. Okay. So we're going to boost the Harashem pop again. We could pick up some Red Sang to boost the Pulsos pop, which is probably not a bad idea. I'm going to go do that real quick. No, I'm not, because I'm out of time. And we want to end the episode here, because we're almost at 40 minutes, guys. And I try to keep these at 30. I'm just having way too much fun. 4 turns, they've already started the trace, so realistically, they're going to trace us before we complete the hack. There's nothing we can do to really fix that. Yeah. Not a thing. I mean, we can wait it out and see, but they're gonna get back in 3 turns, because they basically trace back twice as fast as you hack. It took us 6 turns to get that. Well, it said 6 turns to complete the hack. It's only been 2 to get here, right? Interesting. I wonder how that works. Yeah, that's got to be right. That's got to be right. So we have 4 turns left. They just started tracing, but their trace hasn't actually made progress yet, though. So they may finish at the exact same time. I guess we can see. If they finish at the exact same time, that's actually worth it for us, because we'll still get the back door. They will get a hack repercussion on us, but we'll get the back door. Nakos is done making a vine ship. Gonna pop that out, send it over here. No, I'm not. Okay. I'm done. I swear, I'm done. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to go ahead and give us a like or subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time. Bye!